My name is Coach Hardgains, and this is Savior the Second. Today's video is going to be why I have chosen the Glock 43x for my main carry, and why I have chosen the Glock 19 Gen 5 for my main home defense firearms. Because I've pretty much been through all the other ones. Every other brand, all the major models, and they're all great. They really are. And at this point in this day and age, I think everybody's putting out a great firearm. And if you've been following my channel for a while, based on this video here, you know that the Ruger LCP is easily my favorite firearm of all time. Again, as I mentioned in those videos, not just the regular run-of-the-mill LCP 1 or 2 or Max, but specifically the LCP 1, which are called Davidson Customs, but back in the day when they first came out, back in the day, that's how old I am, we used to call them the Special, okay? That's easily my favorite firearm of all time. Though, I will say, the Glock 43x is certainly not far behind. This is such an amazing firearm. It absolutely deserves the love and attention and respect that it's getting. As a bodybuilding and addiction recovery coach, most of the time I'm in gym clothes or joggers or shorts or sweats or something like that with a tank top. So the belly holster, specifically the Bravo belt, which I'll get into in another video, the belly holster works perfectly for my life. It is fluid in my life in every way. And the Ruger LCP, right at my stomach, right at my abdomen, easily to obtain. I can even put an extra mag on each side or double up, and the Ruger LCP, it just goes everywhere with me. But that's also because I'm 5'10", I'm 183 to 185 pounds. I print very easily. I have a 29-inch actual waist, a 30-inch pant, and whatever I wear, no matter how baggy it is, I tend to print if I'm wearing anything bigger than a 43x. So the LCP is perfect because it's completely 100% like stealthily concealed. Okay, but the 43x goes with me anytime the LCP doesn't. And as I've said, I've gone through all the other brands, all the other manufacturers. Before I even went into the 19, I had a 30, I had a 17, I had so many other Glocks. But the Glock 19 is just such a great handgun. I'm happy with the capacity, I'm happy with the feel, I'm happy with everything about it. I've got the Ameriglow front sight, I've got the Vortex Venom red dot, and I've got the Streamlight TLR4. I've got a Hive trigger, and I've got a Hive extended mag release. I love my Hive stuff, and if you've never tried Hive, really you can't go wrong. I trust them. Everything has always held up well. And I think that they produce a great quality product. So for instance, in my Glock 43x, we've got the extended mag, we've got the extended mag release, we've got the slide base plate, backing plate, whatever that's called. This is simple and clean for me. This is perfect as my main carry. This is the first 43x that they came out with. I ended up getting 2 more. I got rid of those because it was slightly excessive. And this is the one that I've kept the longest and have put the most rounds through, and it's been dead reliable. 100% dead reliable. Except for the one time that I put dirty ammo in it. But that was dirty ammo. But otherwise, this has been flawless. And I can say that with confidence. Flawless. So why would I ever get rid of it? My main concern with a carry firearm is that it's as close to flawless as possible. This has been flawless. Knock on wood, you know, blah, blah, blah. Not to jinx myself, but this firearm has been flawless. Now, the Glock 19, I had a Gen 3 when they first came out. I used that for quite a while, carried it. Was not my home defense gun at the time. At the time, a Springfield XDS Mod 2 in 45 was my main home defense gun. But then I got rid of that and went with a Glock 30, then a 30S, and then I decided to go another route. That other route is my Freedom Ordnance FX9, and that is my main home defense firearm. This is my main home defense handgun. And I've got 4 sons and 2 daughters. So if shit hits the fan, then I'm grabbing one and one of my sons is grabbing the other. So we know that we can also exchange magazines. That's why this is so important to me. The Glock 19 and the Freedom Ordnance FX9 can unilaterally, I don't know what's going on. They can unilaterally share magazines between the two firearms. So the Glock 19, if I need to throw this mag into the FX9 or grab a 30 round from the FX9 and put it in the Glock 19, we're good to go. We've got a bucket full of loaded mags that the 19 and the FX9 can share. So I've got my other kids loading mags and they're ready to go. Yes, we have a plan. Yes, we're ready. You should too. So the Gen 5 Glock 19, what's different about it? Well, of course, not a whole lot. But the grip really is just very comfortable. My Gen 319 had the grip ridges, and I actually like that. I like that. But the reason I ended up getting the Gen 5 is because it felt more comfortable for my sons. My two sons who are old enough to shoot. So I'm fine shooting either one, but this way it's comfortable for my sons to grab if they need to, and they're good with it. Now again, this is so important that firearm safety is taught to your children at an early age. I've been teaching my children firearm safety, home safety, for a very long time. All of their lives. And to repeat myself, I have 6 children, 4 sons and 2 daughters, but all of them, even down to my youngest, who is only 6, have learned and understand the firearm safety rules in my home. And they do not have access to any of my firearms. That is also important, but they understand what to do if they see a firearm out. If somebody else is playing with a firearm, if they go to someone's house and a kid pulls out a firearm. These are so important. This is so important. This is just as important as talking to your kids about sex, so that you can be the one to present it to them rather than school, friends, or porn. Talk about firearm safety with your kids, friends. Now, one big reason that I love the 43X so much, I wear a size large glove, so that should tell you about my hand. It's slightly above average. Slightly above average, so he says. And this fits perfectly in my hand. I mean, it really does. As far as the grip goes, it really does fit perfectly. I have not had a handgun that fits as well in my hand as the 43X. And one of the big reasons why I got rid of my 30 and my 30S a while ago is because the way that the grip mounted in my hand, the way that the dovetail sat in my palm was just not comfortable. Which is funny because now the Gen 5 19 fits really nicely. And I also have a Gen 3 26. Wait, what do I have? Hold on, let me check. Okay, I'm back. Oh, yeah. It's a Gen 3. So I have a Gen 3 Glock 26. I don't feel like I need multiple of the same model anymore, whereas, like, of course, when I got my 43X, I was so stoked about it, I bought 3. Now it's like, I've got 6 kids, I'm a single dad, and yeah, no, that can feed my family, because this economy sucks ass, and yeah. So, the Gen 3 Glock 26. We'll do another video because people have been asking me about how I feel about the 26 compared to the 19. There's really not much to say. But my 26 is a Gen 3. I'm not going to get rid of it because I got such a killer deal on it. There's no reason to. I mean, granted, I got a good deal enough where I could probably make some money on it, but it's like brand new. I bought it used and it was like brand new. So, and it has some upgrades. It has a couple upgrades, nothing crazy, but it's just a great firearm. And no matter what, it's like, well, I may as well keep this one. But the only thing I don't like about the Gen 3s is that skinny little mag release button. It's just, I don't know why they did that. And once you have, for instance, something like a Gen 5, where you're talking like a nice, big, substantial mag release button, there's no reason why you should have a skinny little release button, but again, I got such a great deal on it, I didn't want to pass it up. And with both my 19 and my 43X, I've installed the Hive mag extension buttons. To me, that's the best button out there. I just love it. I wonder if it's the same button. But I just love that button. It's a great button. It's perfect size. You know, it's like the perfect size in your hand. I hear that a lot. But then, of course, then you go to the 26 and you're like, man, that thing's skinny. So the 26 is a great gun. Love it. It's in my rotation, but it's not my main carry. And with my 43X, all my magazines are stock mags with hive extensions, or just a stock flush mount mag. And everybody's talking about the Shield Arms mags for the 43X, and I just, you know what, I've known a couple people that have had problems with them, and so I'm not going to mess with the perfect thing. If this firearm, if my 43X is running flawlessly, I'm not going to then insert an aftermarket magazine into it and take any chances. And that's also why I rely on these Hive mag extensions, because I know I can. And there doesn't get anything better in the hand than the 43X, in my opinion. And firearms are just like opinions, where everybody has one. Wait, hold on. Opinions are like firearms, where everybody has one. No, that's not right. Dumbasses are like firearms. Everybody's waiting to go off. No, that wasn't good either. Alright, well, there's a lot of dumbasses, just like there's a lot of firearms. So, guys, guess what? If somebody's carrying or they're firing something and they're practicing their Second Amendment rights, yeah, support them. Don't be an asshat. Don't be like, oh, you need a blah, 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 blah. You're just throwing up on something that's a good thing and then making it a stupid thing because you open your stupid mouth. Support people who support the Second Amendment. That's it. End of story. All right, so the 43X, again, phenomenal carry piece. Glock 19, especially the 5th gen, phenomenal home defense gun. I've got my capacity, I've got the round that I want, I've got my red dot on it, and I've got my home light. I'm good to go. And this is my option B, whereas my Freedom Ordnance FX9 is my option A. So that's it for today's video, friends. This is Savior of the Second. I'm Coach Hardgains. Catch you next video.
Let's